Hi guys, welcome to the mix. Yes, it's time for yet another weekly roundup. So this is, it's been another long week. This is the fourth consecutive one? Maybe third, fourth? Don't know. I mean, I really should do these weekly anyway. I mean, we tend to call them the weekly roundup, so it kind of figures that we do one each week. But again, loads and loads of stuff coming in, loads of stuff still to come. Going to be another busy week ahead, so I've got to keep on top of it to try and keep the timings of these things down just a little bit for you. I know I always fail. I always say I'm trying, but still with the timing. Okay, so what to show you this week? I mean, again, keep an eye on our Just Arrived category on site because that's where we pump all the new things as soon as they come in. So you'll have noticed at the moment that's taken up with these guys, brand new here, Smart Tarts from the Smart Co. So the 3 flavours of those, I'll launch in with these in a sec. They're probably the biggest hitters for this week in terms of snacks at least. We've got Independence Cake finally did come from Merica Labz, so I know I've been promising that for a while. This is a birthday cake inspired Independence Day American flavour. Finally made it in, and not only in the big tubs this time, but in small tubs too. So 5-pounders, the never big enough specials, which we've had for a while, and in 2-pound tubs. So that's like a 25 serve. So it's a much more well, I'll come to it in a minute, but it's a much easier way into trying some of these outrageous, amazing, and very delicious shakes without, obviously, the big investment in the monster tubs. I'm sure you will want one of the monster tubs afterwards, but you can try a couple of the small ones, perhaps, just to find your faves and all that kind of pick and mixy sort of stuff. Yeah, we love the smaller tubs here, and these ones are particularly dinky. But they are still 2-pound tubs, so yeah. And then finally, another new flavour from Optimum Nutrition in the Optimum Bar. So, yeah, I'll show you that one. It's possibly the nicest of all of the flavours, actually. So that is, what's that called? Caramel cookie. There you go. Oh, okay, and I've had a haircut. You probably noticed that immediately. I was looking very bedraggled, very kind of homeless. That look, you can always tell we've been really busy because I end up looking super shabby, big rings around my eyes, all the rest of it. Probably still got the big rings around my eyes, but 3D can help with that. And yeah, I forced myself to get the haircut done because I'm doing these videos and it doesn't look good for the company, for the brand, for the brands, if I look super shabby in doing it. So there you go. I'm here. Let's dive in. Yes, a couple of minutes of waffling. That's the usual from me. First off then, to start with the snacks, Smart Tarts. So, these we posted back end of this week. I think it was Friday, actually. That's pretty much when we got them and we launched right in with them. So, yeah, they've already been flying out, which is a great sign. Very unusual snacks. There you go. You can't see them on the camera there. We've got, cinnamon twists. So that's going to be my favourite. Probably all of our favourites here, trying them with the team. We're cinnamon fiends, so it always goes down well. But we've got more traditionally Pop-Tart styly. I mean, obviously that's a Kellogg's brand name, right? So I've got to be a bit careful. We probably can't call these Pop-Tarts, but you kind of know the format at this point, and you know certainly that household name brand. That's obviously been the inspiration for them. More generically, they're called toaster pastries. So yeah, it's a slightly odd term, but I mean, yes, that's what they are. It's a pastry thing, and you shove it in your toaster, traditionally, toaster pastry. So it's those kind of fresh baked things, a little bit crumbly on the outside, I suppose. It's like a harder, baked, not biscuity, but it's going that way, kind of short crust pastry style kind of outer. And then inside, yes, of course, there's that delicious jam. So that adds the fun, the flavour, and in this case, yes, predominantly fruity stuff, all natural as well. And yeah, real fruit going on in there. We've got obviously a blueberry and we've got a strawberry. So the blueberry is also enhanced with a little bit of #health acai. So a little bit of superfoodiness, and ditto, the Smart Tart, the strawberry is a little bit of Chia in there. I wouldn't worry about that too much. There is obviously a kind of health food, whole food angle on these things, but it's not the main event going on here. They are fun, jammy, and yes, there's protein in there and they're lower sugar. So that's why it's perhaps more interesting to us and to you guys who follow us. But yeah, there's obviously a little bit of health. You don't know this, you don't taste Chia. There's no texture from it, and ditto with the acai. It just tastes fruity. So you get blueberry, you get strawberry, and cinnamon twist. Cinnamon twist. It's also a jammy filling. It's not like a cinnamon caramel or something, although that would be amazing. It is. I think if you look at the ingredients, there's a kind of applesauce sort of thing going on. So I guess you could call it a apple crumble with a cinnamon spice kind of Pop-Tart, toaster pastry rather, infused thing. So I'm going to show you this one, just because, again, I'm going to eat it, and this is always the one I prefer. Now, it's a bit of a tricky one to show on film, but traditionally, obviously, with toaster pastries, you stick them in a toaster. I mean, you can microwave them. I don't know if you've tried microwaving a Pop-Tart before. I have. I don't experiment much in the kitchen. It's just kind of lazy. What can I shove in my microwave? It's kind of where it goes for me. But yeah, they go a little bit. I mean, still heat up, obviously. They get really hot on the inside if you leave it too long, but they go softer and floppier, and it's still quite a fun way to have them. Obviously, shoved in a toaster where you get the sort of browning on the outside. You get a kind of crispiness, I'm going to say. Like there is the sort of the edge of burning. It kind of works nicely with it, and then the heated jam inside. It's a great combo. It's why it's always been a sort of childhood favourite, very nostalgic, popular dessert. Well, it's not a dessert, it's a breakfast treat, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's a slightly naughty, sweet treaty one that you have as a kid that probably sadly falls out of favour a little bit when you get older. This is it, what do they say, like, made smarter, tastes better, I think is their tagline. So yeah, it's a healthy take on that, and specifically on the numbers, it is 8 grams of protein a tart, so it's supposed to be about 4 grams of protein, 4 times the protein of your sort of regular toaster pastry, and it's half the sugar of your regular toaster pastry. So there you go, they're the numbers. Right, shut up, I'll just show you. So there's nothing that's going to blow your mind here. It looks like what you'd expect it to look like, and obviously in our photograph, oh God. This is way too hard. There you go. In our photograph, we have the one we post on social media, and you see the photos on the site. It's fairly clear what you're working with. Big reveal, there you go. So we'll bring it in for the money shot. And I think the best, sexiest thing I can show you here is probably breaking it with the jam inside. So we're going to go for that. If I grab another one here. So as I say, we got strawberry, we got blueberry. This is the cinnamon. Boom. There you go. Made smarter, tastes better. There you go. That's the thing there. Yeah, it looks quite cute, quite nice branding, quite simple, but it does the job. And that same thing runs through for the toaster pastry itself. Pretty traditional, pretty as you'd expect. So you can't grumble about that. I guess you can see just the tip of jammy filling coming out there. So let's go for this. And I'm hoping you see a nice split and the sort of jammy, strandy bits coming. There you go. So, okay. Not sure how sexy that is, so let's see what the scene's getting. Yep, so you've got your baked pocket, really, and then inside there's a jammy filling. It's, I mean, it looks a bit miserly there, but trust me, there's enough in there. You get the idea. And on the outside, I guess you'll notice there is no icing. So one of the great things about Pop-Tarts is a sort of frosting thing going on. You don't have that here. But I dare say they will experiment with it in future. We might get frosted ones coming up. That would be amazing. But for now, yeah, the magic is coming from the jammy filling on the inside. And with that in mind, So it's a jam tart in a slightly different format. We've got a bit of a thing with jam-filled stuff at the moment, because we just had last week, if you saw the previous video, the jam-filled USN cookies is a bit of a novelty there. So we had the birthday cake and the cookies and cream. That wasn't a jam, it was more of a creamy fondant, but you get the idea. So cookies filled with stuff. This is, yeah, pastry filled with stuff. And indeed, next week, we've got a new flavour, pancakes filled with stuff. And in fact, it's blueberry as well. So there's a limited edition blueberry flavour of this. By the time you see this, it is actually live on site. The stock is touching down Monday morning, so we will be shipping orders on Monday. But we've been a bit cheeky and put it on the site already, so it's in the nano protein pancakes mix anyway. Yeah, we're not talking about pancakes now. The toaster pastries rather, and it tastes very, very nice. So obviously with the added protein, the all-natural ingredients, the lower sugar, and just the sheer novelty of something like this in broadly speaking the health space, yeah, very cool. But I will say, whilst you can eat them on the go, which is pretty cool, you can shove them in the gym bag, and they're reasonably hardy, they won't crack and break too easily. They are best enjoyed toasted. So, yeah, try that. I will say, having experimented with this, turn the toaster down. I always found that with Pop-Tarts, but these don't even have the icing kind of protecting the top of the Pop-Tarts, so they will burn quite quickly. So I had the toaster down. I don't know, toasters vary, but you know, like 1.5 or 2 on the settings. Don't go above that, as you will get probably a little bit too much kind of burn on the outside of it, a little bit too much browning. But yeah, shove it in the toaster, and it works just as you'd expect with something like this, and tastes a load better. The pastry gets a little bit softer, and the jammy filling heats up and it all meshes together. Really nice. They come into a world of their own. So without question, it's the best way to enjoy these, but you don't have to enjoy it like that. And another top tip is you can top these things yourself. So obviously, right now, it's just pastry. So there's not a huge amount going on there, but in all its kind of bready nakedness, it's begging you to put something on it. So obvious choice we have done is a PB&J special. So that's peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and jam. And so if you get the strawberry, toast that, and then spread peanut butter on top, yeah, it'll blow your mind. Fantastic PB&J experience there. And you can do the same. You could put, I don't know, Biscoff spread on the cinnamon. That'd probably be really nice. You could put chocolate spread on the whole thing, sort of Nutella. It'd be great as well, especially when it's still hot out of the toaster. It'll melt. It'd be a fantastic dessert. And they all come in at under 200 calories, like 170, 180, 190, sort of that ballpark. I think it's 180 actually. And yeah, there's nothing else like it in the mix. And if you want a healthier take on Pop-Tarts, yeah, these are your guides. I know they've got more flavours coming up. I know they're looking at sort of vegan things as well. So yeah, very exciting. And we love taking on new things in the mix to see how they do. But these have already done really well out of the gate, actually. So yeah, these might be around for a while. So we're going to do some more cool stuff with them. I think we've got some... Oh, I always say we do giveaways and we just don't get around to doing it. It's a hard one to run. But we'll be putting some of these in orders, so don't be too surprised if you get one of these as a sample in an order. We've definitely got some stock to do that. And yeah, we might get one free with certain purchases or order size or something. Like we're looking at doing that. We'll figure it out one way or another. Also at the moment, again, there's a lot of retailers doing the same thing. We're building up towards Black Friday, as I've said, and it's cool to do goodie bags, promo bundles and stuff. That's how we like to do it, rather than doing big hefty discounts. We're just not that kind of store and it feels a bit wrong doing it. But if we just do free gift bundles and stuff like that on larger orders, more exciting orders, better mixes, whatever it is, and this is when we kind of save up cool stuff for that. So all these new products we got coming in, we're going to try and get in as many samples and stuff as possible ready to do in kits and bundles and freebie goodie bags and stuff when that comes. But yeah, that's a little ways away yet. We've got, hit my head. What's that, a month and a half, I think? 2 months and a half? End of November, anyway. No, it's a month and a half. Bloody hell, it's really quite close. Yeah, so Smart Tarts in the mix now, 3 flavours, and there's a bundle, of course. These are boxes of 12, so we've got a pick and mix bundle across 12, and it's called the Jam Pack Toaster Pastry Party or something like that. That's in the mix right now. Okay, yeah, let's do the other snack thing. Let's get it done. I'll end on supplements instead of jumping between. The Optimum, what are we going to do these? The Optimum Bar. This is now the 5th flavour. So these have quietly been sneaking up on us. They had the cookies and cream not long ago. We've got Rocky Road and there's a caramel one. Basically, this one as caramel cookie. Ooh, there you go. Caramel cookie is... what's the best way to describe it? Probably the easiest way to describe it is the caramel, the chocolate caramel, crossed over with the cookies and cream. So it's got, I mean, that's not fair actually, because the cookie pieces are very different. But it's a caramel with more crunchies in it. That's the one. And I think it's probably the best of both worlds in doing it. I'll open it anyway, because this was another surprising one. We don't really rave about these bars. I'm not sure anyone does. And indeed, Optimum Nutrition with their snacks in general, they tend to get sadly overlooked. But I think, as I said with the video, certainly with the crisp bars they did, again, they've slowed down a bit now, but they're very nice. Slightly unusual format, but good nutritionals, good amount of protein. Yeah, they just taste pretty good, pretty fun. So they deserve to do better than they tend to do, actually. So we should try and do something about that. But yeah, new flavour here. This came in, yeah, kind of unceremonious, no big launch around it, but we got it and we were quite impressed. So we flung it straight up on site. It's in the bundle now. So you can optimise your snacking bundle or something like that. Yeah, I'll show you this. I quite like it. They are thinner bars, but I mean, this one in particular feels like it's got a bit of weight to it. So you can see knobbly bits on top. It looks reasonably promising. A kind of darker sort of chocolate outer. We always said that's quite thin, cracking. And then the hallmark of these bars is they are immensely soft. So it falls apart like marshmallow. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous, really. Shove it in. You see the cross section. It's pretty normal for these. So there's a soft, super soft, fluffy, cakey base. There's quite a thin caramel layer, infused with crispies, they are in there. And then the slightly darker, plain chocolate style coating. Yeah, it's a lovely mixture of flavours. The caramel carries all the flavour, the actual fluffy base on the bar. It's melting on me. Is just, I don't know, sweet vanilla. There's not a lot to it, but the caramel is quite intense. And then the crunchies in there too, and the chocolate on the outside. It's a really nice bar. It really is. I mean, we do prefer bars that are a little bit more Lion Bar style, a little bit chunkier, a little bit more caramel filled, a little bit more kind of generous and over the top, like certainly the Trust bars. We keep going on about these. USN's bars there. They're very, very generously filled, very, very crunchy. They just, yeah, they feel substantial. They're quite fun, quite satisfying, quite different. Ditto with the PhD Smart bars. I mean, that's a nice format, and the Bear Bells and the Battle Bites, everything. So the Optimum ones, they seem a little bit stingier, almost as a result. But yeah, they are, I believe, vegetarian too, which is a cool thing for them. They still hit the protein, amazingly soft, softer than any other bar we've got for sure. And there's quite a lot of flavour packed into it. So, yeah, if you haven't tried these yet, again, strongly suggest you do. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Even if they don't become your go-to bar, they are really nice bars, and it's quite fun having them in the mix, even if it's not kind of the best seller. But this new flavour, arguably the best yet. We loved the Rocky Road before. It went really nicely with the soft centre, the darker chocolate, the sort of fruity flavour they'd brought out of the Rocky Road. So it was more like the cherry you might put into Rocky Road than the actual Rocky Road itself. So there's a strong fruity kind of note to it. But yeah, thought it was really nice. Not dissimilar, I suppose, to the Grenade Dark Choc Raspberry Bar, that kind of dark chocolatey intensity. This one is more on the straight up sweet caramel. It just adds a few more crunchies, which, yeah, that's a win from us. Yeah, it's in a mix. I can't really say any more than that, but it's not a bad bar at all. And now supplements. Push that forward. Yes, Doug Miller, Merica Labz is always a good fun one for us. Completely overblown. Branding, yeah, it's just crazy, and it is a little bit of us. Even if it is incredibly American, and we're kind of on the British side of things, we obviously love our American snacks and sups and things. And so, yeah, it's a great one to bring in there. And we share a love of stripes, so that's obviously a big one. And the latest flavour, Independence Cake. This was released by Doug a few months back for Independence Day. It was like I don't know if it was a limited edition flavour. I've not been told that, but it was inspired by Independence Day, Independence Cake. I mean, he loves these funny names. We've actually got a load more of Red, White, and Boom. Come on. Red, White, and Boom here, that's the pre-workout. That is quite a roller coaster. And Stars and Pipes, which is the stim-free version of the same. We have, at the moment, 4 flavours of these, and they map over between the two brands. Is it 5? It might be 5 flavours. Bunch of flavour of these, and then you get the same in each. So the stim-free and then the stim. So I guess if you were stacking them, and you could do that, you'd be incredibly overdosed, but you could do that. A lot of people do. You get American-made and American-made. You could get... what are the ones we've got? Not Your Granny's Apple. We've got Make America Grape Again. We've got Freedom, which is kind of lemon ice pop. It's the usual stuff, and it maps over a little bit to his Red, White, and Boom energy drinks too, actually, which will be coming back in, I don't know, a month. Anyway, 4 new flavours, and I'll touch on these when they come in. It'll probably be a couple of weeks, but for example, we've got Giggle Pouch coming in, and Cooper's Town, and White Picket Fence, and completely insane stuff. So there are obviously real flavours behind these, and it's just the fun Doug likes to inject. So we really appreciate that. We do like that here in the mix. And yeah, Giggle Pouch is mad. But right now, Independence Cake, what's cool about this, he hasn't got cereal in it. Usually the other shakes are all cereal infused. So there's Chubby Choco Nuts with Reese's Puffs in, and there's Yankee Effin' Doodle, which has got Cinnamon Cereal Crunch in it, and the best-selling Fortuitous Keepsake, especially that one here, which has got Lucky Charms cereal pieces in there, like real General Mills Lucky Charms cereal pieces. Yeah, it's great. The shake underneath is fantastic quality. Same quality Doug's known for in like core nutritionals. It's just, yeah, added in with the mad inclusions, and you can hear them shaking around quite quickly. I don't know if you got that one there. This one, not cereal, it's got sprinkles in. And not just sprinkles, it's got red, white and blue sprinkles, star-shaped sprinkles. So, yeah, again, inspired by, you know, Merica and the rest of it. It's lovely how consistent he's been with this. But yeah, star-shaped sprinkles, pretty cool. Some melt, some will swirl around your shake, settle to the bottom, as they usually do. But it's mad, it's fun. If you like shakes like that, we love birthday cake shakes with sprinkles in, then yes, it's another fantastic choice. And we have it, as I say, in the £2 tubs. So these are like 55 quid, and these are 35 quid. So yeah, it's better value in the big monster tubs, but you can now try all of the flavours except chubby choco nuts, which we're still waiting for, in the small tubs while stocks last. You can see we got a full lineup here. And it's cool he's taken quite a small tub, actually. We're so used to £2 tubs being, you know, kind of monstrous ghost size, the MTS Whey size. Everyone's used to doing them like this, and it's cool. They've got good standout on the shelf. It's what we're used to buying, and I guess psychologically you feel like you're getting more for your money. But yeah, it does 900 grams of product, does fit just fine into one of these, including with the inclusions, as you can hear there. And yeah, it's a cute way to get that, to try the strange shakes. And yeah, it's very gym bag friendly, should you want to lug that around in there. Oh, they're in the mix now. The new flavours of the Red, White and Boom, the Stars and Pipes are coming in a couple of weeks. And yes, the Merica energy drinks are coming in probably 6 weeks. Back in November, I think, is the idea for that. Yes, maybe. Oh, that's probably it. We've got some bits to talk about for the week ahead. That's what I will do now to see us out. Oh, and this is actually not a ridiculously long video. So, well, the first one, I suppose, big deal. Look out for this, and don't dawdle. The Max Tuning Sour Strips, the actual candy that we have been lucky enough to get off him. It's in very, very scarce supply. Max just sold out for his relaunch in 30 minutes. Like the first time he launched, he sold out in just shy of an hour. This is half the time for the same amount of stock, which is amazing. And he wants to get as much out as possible. So I think a lot of people have been miffed they've missed out. But yeah, he's got a lot of fans. A lot of people are very fond of him. A lot of people love candy, sour candy. And so it's not surprising that there have been hordes of people trying to get them. And the thing is, you just can't get enough. Like, you know, new business in doing it, new enterprise. He's making as many as he can do, but believe it or not, to shoot out, I don't know, best part 20,000 bags of sour candy in 30 minutes is insane. And to actually make the stuff, put it in, you know, the cool packaging, everything he's got there, Max to do it from his own kind of facilities there, it is asking quite a lot. And yeah, I mean, we haven't got anything nearly that size in terms of the shipment coming in, and I'm sort of scared how quickly they're going to go. But we've got as many as we can do, and you know, Max has been a really awesome dude hooking us up with it, and we're going to do our best to get some out in certainly the UK, but across Europe too. Australia, New Zealand, yeah, we can do that as well. So yeah, we've got a load of those coming back in. By the time you see this, I mean, we're looking, it's probably going to be like a Tuesday late evening launch. So we're going to try and organise it a little bit more properly rather than the sort of accidental 10 PM kind of blitz that we had last time when Max restoried it. But we'll get it up. We'll do a time as soon as we actually have the shipment in through customs and we know it's all good to go. We'll sort of set a time, and yeah, hopefully everyone will get, you know, we'll be able to get hold of some, and then we'll reorder for him as soon as we can. So he's scrabbling to get more bags made over in the States at the moment and to fulfill the orders he's just taken. So it's crazy, but I mean, who doesn't like candy? And Max has got tons and tons of fans, and it's just, it's something very different to be doing, certainly broadly speaking, in this industry. So it's got good standout as well. It's just fun. It's what, you know, so we're looking forward to it. And obviously Halloween's coming up, as I said, so it'll be a good focus for kind of candy pick and mix. So yeah, it couldn't work better. And on that, Halloween coming up, look out for the return of the pick and mix stickers, or rather the Halloween pick and mix stickers. So we always kind of do these seasonally. We've had Easter ones before, Christmas ones we always have. The hallowed Halloween stickers with a little pick and mixy vampire man are going to be hitting boxes, going on our pink stripy bags from probably this week, actually. So it's a couple of weeks to Halloween now. So look out for those little guys. And yeah, the candy should be back, like say Tuesday, but jump on site, follow the links to sign up for notifications against one of the product listings. Any one of them is fine, but probably the Sour to the Max candy bundle is the easiest one to go on, and we'll pile them all back in as soon as we've got the stock ready to go. And yes, good luck getting some. Anyway, that's out of the way. Coming up also this week, maybe back end of this week, a whole new brand. This is another one that we've been looking at. We got samples of a while ago. We've been looking at from the States. It is Flavoured PB Co. So yeah, as the name would imply, it's flavoured peanut butter, or rather flavoured powdered peanut butter. So loads and loads of wacky flavours, dessert themed, dessert inspired. So it's lower fat, it's higher protein, it's lower sugar, all natural ingredients again. Most of them are vegan. I think it's just the salted caramel that isn't. And yeah, it's fantastic. So really strong, robust flavours. We've had a lot of powdered peanut butters before. We still have PB2, we still have others, but not ones where we've got party cake with sprinkles in. We've got the salted caramel here with little toffee flecks in it. We've got there's a blueberry muffin one with like blueberry pieces in. Like they're all crazy. There's like 7 or 8 flavours, I think. We got them all coming in, including the limited run pumpkin spice one, pumpkin cheesecake for the season. So we'll take you through these properly next week. I'll see if I can show you them in some way, shape or form. But yeah, they look cute as hell. Amazing flavours, really, really bold. It's very, very pick and mix. Very, some people might find them a bit too sweet, whatever, but it's just, yeah, we tried them. We've tried loads like it. These stood out to us immediately. We love everything about them. And you can even make little cakes with them. There's a recipe on the back. You'll find that there too. You can just add water and microwave it, basically. But you can do the same thing, adding egg, adding, like, is it baking powder? What did she say? They make a batter. Baking powder, yeah, so you make it sort of muscle mug-esque thing. Very, very peanutty, obviously, but a lovely sweet dessert. It works out around about 100 calories if you make it the way she suggests. So that, yeah, that's very cool as well. So look out for a lot more of that coming up now. But I'm hoping Wednesday, Thursday, so after we've got over the craziness of the sour strips coming back, that'll be the next fun. I already mentioned, I don't have the flavour on me now, but we've got the blueberry flavour of this. It's a limited edition one from A Nano Pancakes, how do you say that name? That is going to be, it's on the mix now, it's in the mix now actually, and in the Nano Pancake bundle. So yeah, if you buy it, it'll be shipping Monday, and you'll have it Tuesday. Most people will anyway. So yeah, been waiting for that one for a while. These do really well for us, lovely vegetarian things, low sugar, good protein, just again, very novel and different. Yeah, 16 grams of protein per pancake. Big fans of those. It's another jam-filled thing. And the final one I'm going to mention is there's a new bar from our friends over at Behaviour. So yeah, not really been announced yet, but you will see it imminently. There'll be a launch coming up. So yeah, look out for that this week too. I can't say any more about it right now, but hoping for kind of Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. That should be up as well, and I'll be covering that in a video next weekend. So yes, you will be seeing me again next weekend when I cover a bunch of the other stuff we've got in. And oh yeah, final one. Swolsome. Again, there's always something to say there. We're waiting on a restock. We've got about half the flavours in right now, but we've got a full reload coming, and we've got Maddie's new vegan bar, the oatmeal one, oatmeal cookie, and we've got a pick and mix Halloween one. So we've got like 2 weeks to get through this. So it's going to be just one run, big smash on them. We've seen some teasers on the story, but it's got popping candy in it, I'll tell you that, and kind of green stuff. So yeah, look out for the promotion coming up on that one quickly. But yeah, grab one while you're there. It's just going to be a little run. But I think you'll like it. It's a pretty safe bet. We've just had a bit of fun with kind of toppings and inclusions. And Maddie does have one as well. I'm not sure if we're going to get stock of it. We might do. But that's the candy bar pie with kind of pretzels and M&Ms. It'd be great to get a few of those out as well. That's it. Probably it. Maybe it. I don't know. Can't keep up. Outright bars, I will say as well, we've got a restock on that coming hopefully Tuesday because the s'mores have been absolutely ransacked. And yeah, they're coming back in as well. And I still need to do a post on the oatmeal almond butter. And then we've got restocks on the MTS range. The Whey's certainly coming up in the not too distant future as well. We did get PES back, I should say that as well. What can I reach here? What's that? PB cookie? Yes, but we got cake pop, we got vanilla, we got snickerdoodle. Yes, we got PB cookie, we got choc PB cups. All your favourites in there. We did unfortunately have to pass on a modest price rise, partially because of the exchange rate, partially because of kind of the distributors battling between the products they're bringing in. So there's one in Europe and there's a distributor in the UK, and yeah, it's a bit tricky politically doing it and who's got what stock. But we don't care. We just want to get it in. We have swallowed some of the price rise, but the thing it was doing, we were going to lose money on it. So we just can't do that, but we have to keep the thing going. So we've nudged up the price a little bit for the flavours that have just come in from the States and have cost a whole load more. But yeah, the actual supplements are all down about the same price. Again, it's just the select proteins. I know that is the most popular part of the range, probably that and prolific and high volume, but yeah, it's better to have it than not, we figured. So again, as soon as this gets figured out, we'll try and bring it back down again, but we've kind of massaged it somewhere in the middle. But still, I mean, it works out better value than several of our other US shakes. It's just we did once have such amazing pricing on this, and it's just between, I don't know, Brexit scuffles and manufacturing changes, yeah, we've had to let it slip. So I do feel bad about that, especially because it's our oldest friends, but yeah, they're in the mix, they're there now. Cake Pop, we didn't get nearly what we wanted, so grab a tub of that if you're waiting for it. We've got all the small bags as well. I think we've got most of the big tubs. We are waiting for big tubs of Cake Pop. They still haven't come in, but they're coming, and we have loads more on the way. So look out for this. Oh, I don't know, probably 6 weeks by the time it takes stuff. So we will probably have some out of stocks before then, but we did at least rest a lot of snickerdoodles. So look out for that. Oh, and I should probably say there is a new flavour coming. It's a little bit of a secret, so I can't tell you what it is, but yeah, there is a new one on the horizon, and it's a little bit different from them, but it is a permanent flavour, and of course, we will have loads of it in the mix as soon as we can. It's a few weeks out on that, but we will have it. And then, oh, we're on time. Okay, yeah, I'll stop now, but there's also one more thing coming from Yummy Sports. Can I reach one of their bags? Oh God, it's that time of year. It's too much new stuff. This is why I'm having to see my mug every weekend at the moment. But yeah, Yummy Sports. I've picked up what's that? Peppermint bark. We've got a new flavour from these guys. I think it's a slightly different bag size, but very exciting new flavour. Again, a particular interest to me. Can't tell you what it is quite yet, but look out for it in the mix. Probably in the middle of the week. But as I say, I think it's a 500 gram bag, so it's like half the size of this. Yet another update with all the new things we've got coming in as we get still busier towards, well, Halloween, but like Black Friday and stuff, and the sort of crescendo at the end of the year here. So we've still got new brands coming, we've still got those new products coming. Just, yeah, watch this space. And yeah, sour strips, make sure you don't miss those, because we will probably, looking at Max's experience, we will probably sell out in a couple of days. So yeah, sign up for notifications and just get in there quickly on doing it. Oh, okay, have a great weekend, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.